Well, this week on Buffering, we are live at ConneXions. Gabe, this is our second time at ConneXions, and we have a special guest with us who actually just joined us a few weeks ago.
Yes, very excited to have Laurie from Cablelynx back with us. She joined us on the podcast a few weeks ago to talk about a bunch of different things, but that podcast went so well that the team stole that transcript and I think turned it into some of the main stage stuff you're going to be talking about here at ConneXions, yes?
Yes. So thank you guys for giving Cablelynx a platform that has actually turned into this huge thing.
Oh, hey, it's our pleasure. This is awesome.
It was such a good story. We had to repeat it, so I can't wait. I'm gonna pretend I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be your biggest fan.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, it's going to be awesome. We're really excited to have you here, and I think this is your first year at ConneXions, yes?
It is.
Okay.
Me and my partner in crime, Kristen, we are
Nice.
dividing and conquering as much as we can, but so far, very educational. We have learned so much, and it's so great to meet people that we've only known on Teams.
Yes.
And
to get out of this little box and
actually
see
touch
people.
them.
Yes.
And so that's been really exciting for us so far.
You learned
that's
so
awesome.
much, and it's only day one. It's only hour one.
It is.
This is true, yeah.
This is early, but we got here yesterday late, so.
Yes, after it sounds like a little bit of a nightmare travel experience. So.
Totally great travel experience through a thunderstorm in Dallas, Texas. So.
That's fun. Well, we're very happy you're here. We're very happy you made it. Just kind of an update. I know it's a few months later. I know you're going to talk a little bit about this on main stage as well, but we'd love to hear a bit more of an update on how things are going with the smart life solutions. You all have kind of really embraced this with smart home, smart biz, smart town now as well, rolling that out in a few markets. Could you give us a bit of an update? Maybe we start with smart home and then we can jump to some of the other solutions as well.
Yeah, so I think when we spoke last time, we were talking about the integration and just, automatically assuming that we're going to give everyone smart town or smart home as part of their solution. And we've continued to roll down that road. Like every new customer that's connecting with us right now gets a smart home solution as part of their bundled package. And, we're up to about 26% of our customer base with CalX installed in their homes now. And, we're a 25-year-old internet provider at this point. So, we've got a lot of customers who've been with us maybe for 25 years even that we're still working to convert. But with the help of super great holiday promos this quarter, we're going to reach out to more of those. But definitely every new customer we have has a smart home solution. Our technicians are incredible about getting that app installed while they're on site. And the new app rollout, the 3.0 app, we are so excited about because that's going to give me, the marketing lady, some more interaction with those people in their homes.
We are definitely very excited about that. It's obviously always been able to communicate directly through the mobile notifications, but being able to do more of those system-wide announcements for different solutions or even just announcements to the community, those sorts of things. I think there's going to be tons of really cool ways our customers are going to be able to leverage that.
We're kind of a small to mid-size operator, so having the resources to go out and build our own Cablelynx app to take payments and all of those things has never been on our radar, just because there's no way. So having the CalX app being on their phones, and it's actually branded as the Cablelynx app.
There you go.
We're going to have the ability to take those payments soon and send out those notifications and marketing messages and those kinds of things. So super excited about that.
I'm very excited. I love mobile apps to begin with, but I just love the customization that's coming for you to make it, not even to make it your own, but have your own messaging front and center in addition to the traditional mobile notification channel as well. So very excited that you're utilizing that already.
Well, and I really appreciate you saying too about certainly your new customers getting signed up for the service, but thinking about going back to those existing customers too that have been with you for a long time. And I know we touched on this a bit when we did the initial podcast, but I think you all have been really thoughtful about how do we make sure these loyal customers are, having a great experience too, making sure that we're improving that Wi-Fi experience, since internet is Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi is the internet as far as customers are concerned.
Exactly. Just calling them or sending them letter, that's not effective. And we've done a lot of work over the past year, and we talked about this before about consolidating the number of service plans that we have from 5 down to 3, and we've got all of that done actually last year. So this year has kind of been like a level setting period for us, and now in 2026 it's going to be okay. Now how do we take those customers on the speeds that maybe we just increased for them and get them newer equipment, because we're a cable operator in 80% of our homes still. And so some of those people may have a DOCSIS 3 modem instead of a DOCSIS 3.1 modem. And we know that hinders their experience. And, we've done little projects where we've taken, our gig set customers and confirmed that they actually have a modem that can achieve gig speeds. But, I keep saying, like, the holidays are a great time to reach out to those customers. And that our plan is to thank them for their business, thank you for being a subscriber, but then offer them some incentive to let us come swap out your equipment for free, and you're going to have this great new experience. And it's only going to cost you like $5 more a month or something like that. Yeah. So, I can't wait to roll that out. And I think that's going to be a really great tool for us to get back in front of those customers that maybe we haven't talked to in a year or more. Those existing customers, they really only contact us when they have a problem. And we've put a lot of effort into kind of being more proactive, and our call center calls them happy calls, but we're going to continue to roll out, happy calls and happy texts and happy emails, just to say, hey, thank you for your business. Here's some cool things that you may not know we're doing right now.
So you mentioned a lot of marketing right there, and the customer success manager in me is just excited to get started on this, but you're also in the early days of Engagement Cloud. So how are you looking to kind of incorporate that tool into everything you just mentioned? What are you most excited about?
Oh my gosh, Zach, Engagement Cloud is going to change, I think, my world and my assistant's world, like, for a million times better. So y'all need to know there's only 2 people in our marketing department. It's me and my assistant, Tara, who's awesome. And then we have partners who kind of back us up on every little thing. So adding Engagement Cloud to that, we're already looking at ways I can cut from our budget that we spend in postage and postcards and email blast, and all of these external things that we pay probably extra for just because someone else is managing that for us. And we're going to be able to shift those dollars into more, I think, successful, trackable, always trackable. That's kind of the thing that we have, but methods. And we'll be able to target those people who will actually, the message will resonate better. So right now, we are notorious to just pulling every serviceable address in our area that does not subscribe and send them a postcard. And that costs, I'm not kidding, $100,000 a month.
Yeah, I believe
and just shifting those dollars to more, targeted, let's send the gig postcards to the gig neighborhood, and the 300 meg postcards to their neighborhood that's probably more apt to do that. I think we'll see a better return on our investment in marketing, but then at the same time, the higher ups are going to be super excited that that expense is going to come way down with Engagement Cloud.
For sure. I'm curious to hear your perspective on this, because I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a out of left field question, but you mentioned, this massive amount of money that you're spending on direct mail every month. I hear this very consistently from a lot of our customers, especially those that are pushing very aggressively for acquisition in competitive areas. And they are spending massive amounts of money, $100,000, $150,000, sometimes even more on direct mail on a monthly basis. But there seems to me to be a lot of fear in stopping some of the work that's happening there, because it's quote unquote working. Right? It's, hey, we are getting people to sign up. We know this isn't an efficient way to do it, but it's working.
It's driving traffic.
Exactly, it's driving traffic. I'd be curious to hear your perspective on, that mindset shift of what needs to happen in order to get people to really think about doing this in a different way.
So we've jumped off into like the digital only, marketing tactic before, and it didn't drive the traffic, but
right.
Partly because digital marketing, to me, was a lot harder to track. Where if I give you a postcard, I can put a specific QR code on it. I know you scanned that postcard. We've also been at a disadvantage because we haven't had a way for a customer to place an order online.
True.
Until next week. And so, we were relying kind of on the person keying the order to get the information, like, how did you hear about us? And I really think implementing that e-commerce portal that we have launching on the 27th, and then also Engagement Cloud, those are going to be the things that I can say it's way more trackable now. We sent digital marketing pieces, using Engagement Cloud to this audience, and we're able to see that now through an order phase instead of, all the phone calls went way up whenever we sent out this, literally $20 price point to the world. And so it's really, if I can track it, and I can justify it, then we'll be in a really good place. And
that makes sense.
I'm feeling good about that for next year.
Yeah. I know one of the other things we wanted to get some insight and updates on was Smart Biz, and you mentioned this is another area where I know you've been going back to your existing customers, especially, and talking to them about, hey, we've got this brand new solution. It's going to be very different than the business service that we were selling to you before. Could you maybe give us a bit of an update on how things are continuing to progress there?
So I've heard through the grapevine that we are one of the top performers in Smart Biz, which is great.
Yeah, you guys are crushing it.
Today, I think we're about at 250 Smart Biz subscribers, and that's just since January of this year. And a lot of that business has been going to existing customers on literally 100 meg speeds that we don't even sell anymore. And converting them up to 300 meg and saying, hey, we've got this great product. It's not going to raise your rate from what you were paying. You should take advantage of it. We've actually hired 3 new salespeople. So look, we're even creating jobs with Smart Biz. But we have 3 new business connectivity experts, is what we call them, who are actually taking the list of customers who've left us in the last 12 months to 3 years. And going back to them, talking to them about the changes that we've made as a company over the last couple of years, the products that we have available now for them to use, and starting to kind of rebuild those relationships with people who, most likely jumped off to a national provider that's not going to be able to provide that one-on-one interaction that we can provide because we're, your hometown, local, friendly provider.
Well, thank you so much, Laurie, for joining us here on the first episode of Buffering App Connections 2025. I'm very excited for the rest of your talk tomorrow. I can't wait for everyone to hear that as well. And Gabe, I don't think they stole it. I think it was just that good that we had to continue the conversation on main stage.
It was an inspiration. Let's just say that. So,
Laser cats are inspirational. That's the point I'm taking. Got
100%. Yeah. I think we talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but I love that you guys are, doing something fun, doing something that's different, trying to break through a lot of the clutter. We see so much of, Zach and I see a lot of same in the marketing that we see from many of the providers that we work with. So I love the fact that you're doing something and being creative. Do you have your laser cat shirt? Is there a laser cat shirt on?
This is actually, I'm wearing my summer Cablelynx t-shirt, which is the Cablelynx Popsicle 2025.
Nice. Like that.
And I do want to give a shout out. We work with the Pivot Group, which is a CalX partner as well, to do our creative services. Because like I told y'all, we have 2 people in our marketing department. Yeah. So all of the artwork and everything, we love working with them because we're able to go to them and say, we want Cablelynx to be a standout, kind of wacky, very colorful brand. And they just took that and ran with it. So
they're very good on those types of creative things.
I remember when Gabe said for the first time, he's like, you got to check out this website. And I get on the website and I was like, I like it. It's not noise. You've cut through that noise successfully.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so whenever you can click the order now button and actually place an order,
it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. So we're super excited.
I'm going to have to test that out because Gabe and I geek out about that on a weekly basis anyway. So
I told you, Laurie, when you need testers to hit up Zach and I, we are more than happy.
I will send y'all a link tomorrow.
I don't know if either of us can physically move to an address, but we'll test out the website.
Just start typing. I'll help you out.
All right. Any good homes for sale?
From where you live to come to Arkansas, definitely you can get an affordable home.
well, listen, how much snow do you have this time of year?
0.
Ooh.
It snows. I think, you might get 1 good week in February. That's all the snow we get.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to